What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich. Haven't gone live in a minute, man. It always feels so weird when I go live. But, anyways, I'm live. I'm live. For those of you guys who are watching the replay, welcome back to the channel. For those of you guys who are watching the live stream, thank you for tuning in. What's up, man? Brian, how are you? How are you doing today? Let me know if you're hearing me properly because I was trying to work out, the little back end stuff. Are you guys hearing me properly? Haven't gone live in a while. All right, good. Good. Very good. Very good. So, in today's video, I want to talk about the 2022 World Cup qualifiers, Asian and African, and I want to talk about the Euro 2020 qualifiers as well. A little Concacaf Nations League that's currently going on right now as we speak. My country, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, is actually playing right now. I just got a message from Football Pharaoh, and he said that we are leading against Nicaragua. It's the team, you know what I'm saying? So I actually had my phone on vibrate this, so I had to put it on silent. But guys, welcome back, man. I really appreciate you guys for joining the live stream today. Definitely. I need to do this a bit more often, but I only do it a lot during the international breaks because there's a lot to cover and you could just talk about it live and you don't have to edit no videos or do, the hard back end work that you guys don't know about. But thanks for everyone who has joined the stream. And if you're asking me how am I doing quite fine. I'm doing quite fine. Life got its ups and downs, but you got to deal with it. You got to smooth them out, smooth out the issues when they come your way. But I'm here, man. I'm here. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Without further ado, let's do this. Don't want to delay it too much. Whoever has to join will join as we go along. So let us talk about the 2022 World Cup qualifiers first because World Cup, is priority. World Cup is definitely priority. Thank you very much, OG Gaming YouTube, for the $1 donation. Really appreciate it, guys. Don't forget, Super Chat is on. It helps to promote your support your favorite YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? We do this for free. So, anyways, let us continue, guys. Asian World Cup qualifiers. Asian World Cup qualifiers. There was a first preliminary round where the weaker teams played against each other. So then they moved on to the first round. So in that, Mongolia defeated Brunei 2-0 in the first leg. And in the second leg, they actually lost. But Mongolia went through 3-2 on aggregate. I just actually saw a mini film with this guy from England. He went to Mongolia. I shared it on the channel, and it was quite an interesting film. A very weird place. I would love to go to Mongolia one day, but I don't think that's going to happen. But that was a very, very interesting film. And the people up there really passionate. Guys, the minnows, the players and the people from the minnows, they're very passionate about the football. They don't make a lot of money. The players don't make a lot of, they're not rich. So they tend to have that passion. They don't have any distractions. So they come out there to play. They give it their all because they know all odds are stacked up against them. So Mongolia went through to the third round. Not the third round. What is that? The first round. The first round by defeating Brunei. Laos, Bangladesh. Bangladesh defeated Laos, of course. I could remember these. I did cover it. Cambodia versus Pakistan. Cambodia prevailed over Pakistan. Macau, Sri Lanka. Macau actually defeated Sri Lanka in the first leg, but Sri Lanka went through because Macau did not want to travel to Sri Lanka because of security fears. Malaysia, Timor-Leste. Malaysia just dismantled, destroyed Timor-Leste. Bhutan versus Guam. Guam came back against Bhutan. And the 6 teams that actually came through to the qualified from the preliminaries went into the first round. So it's quite that was the first round. Came through to the second round. There's so many things to remember. You tend to get mixed up as you go along. But those teams were drawn in groups, and it has started. Guys, it has started. So let us talk a bit India. Okay, I did get disconnected there, I think. But are you guys hearing me? Am I live again? Am I live? Let me know if you're hearing me. It just said disconnected. All right, good. So did pick up a red card in that game. Didn't even watch any highlights or anything from those games, so I'm not really gonna go through and watch all the highlights. I did watch the highlights for all the African fixtures, but not the Asian fixtures. I started watching the India Oman game, and within like 5 minutes, the stream on YouTube got taken down for copyright. And I was like, you know what, man? I can't be bothered. I definitely can't be bothered. And then shortly after that happened, India actually went ahead through Sunil Chetri. That was his 72nd international goal. And I was like, oh man, it seems like India are definitely going to prove me wrong here and defeat Oman, because I did predict a home draw for India against Oman. I did predict them to pick up 13 points in Group E, where they have Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Oman, and the World Cup host, Asian champions, Qatar. And I said, you know what, India are going to come third in this group. They're not going to move on to the third round to give themselves a chance to qualify for the 2022 World Cup. And I'm very, very sure. I'm sold on the fact that India are not going to qualify. You know what I'm saying? And I know the Indians like to come in the comment section and talk up their team, but I'm not one to be nice out here and be like, yeah, I think they're not going to qualify. They're not qualifying. And I'm hell bent on that. They're not qualifying. Because this is what India does. They get you hype. They scored and they were leading up until about 80 something minutes. It is just simply ridiculous. Guys, when I went back and I checked the score and I saw India lost the game, I was like, oh my goodness, this is unbelievable. So Al Mandar scored in the 82nd and the 98th minute to give Oman the away win, which is ridiculous. Which is simply ridiculous. Advenko, what's up, man? What's up? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I told you so. I told you so. So Oman defeats India on the road, picks up a very, very valuable road win, and they won't be easy to beat at home. And I told you guys about this Oman team. This is the team that won the last edition of the Gulf Cup. I followed it. I watched it. They won against the UAE via penalty shootout. And this Omani team is very, very. It's a gritty outfit. Not a whole lot of talented players. Mubarak Kano, the most experienced and one of the best players on their team, he actually kind of screwed up during the last Asian Cup and all, but he is the most talented player. Did he even play in the game? I don't even think he played. No, he did not even. Ahmed Mubarak Kano. I'm not seeing his name. He didn't even play, guys. Mubarak Kano didn't play. He goes by a different name sometimes. So I'm not sure if he, but I don't see his name. He didn't play. He didn't play. So Oman wasn't even at full strength, it seems. They weren't at full strength and they picked up that win against India. So Group E looks like it's going to be just as I said, Qatar, Oman, India. I did predict Bangladesh to place above Afghanistan, but I'm not sure how that one will turn out. But the other Group E game, guys, Qatar defeated Afghanistan 6-0. Guys, Qatar are not playing around with this. They're playing full strength because they want to qualify for the 2023 Asian Cup, which will be hosted by China. And that's the reason why they are taking part in the Asian qualifiers. After this round, they will take no more part in qualifiers. So the team who comes second in this group, which I'm predicting to be Oman, will be the 5th second place team to move on from the second round. So I'm predicting Oman to go through ahead of. Crashed, guys. It crashed. It crashed. But I'm still here. I'm still here. Are you guys still here? Are you hearing me? If you're hearing me, just let me know. Say yes if you're hearing me. When you go live, guys, things like this happen. The YouTube app crashes. You know, I don't have the proper live stream set up as yet. I'm working on it. It will come sometime in the future where I have a very powerful desktop and everything, and I have the thing hooked up really nice that I could put stuff on the screen and all. I'm working on it. Believe me, I want to go live a lot more often in the future. I want to just come home. So like I come home from work and I just sit down right here and I talk to you guys. We talk for hours. They played a full strength game. They played a full strength team. And guys, if I continue having technical difficulties throughout the stream, it's not my fault. I have very, very good internet. Very good internet. And I don't know why it's actually acting up. It's YouTube. You know, YouTube has these issues. But anyways, let us move on. Let us move on without delay. So Qatar picking up wins in the other game. Well, Bangladesh will play Afghanistan next week, Tuesday. So we will see how that one turns out. So in other results, guys, North Korea 2, Lebanon 0. Guys, I will also let you know my predictions for the groups just now when I go through these things. But it just keeps reconnecting. Sucks. Really don't know what's going on with this, but let's just give it some time. Anyways, North Korea 2, Lebanon 0. Jean Il-Guan, one of their best players, one of their best strikers, he scored twice in this game. Very disappointing performance by Lebanon, though. The Cedars, they did well at the Asian Cup. Guys, I don't know what is going on with this live stream. Seriously. Are you guys seeing the live stream properly? Are you hearing me properly? Because on my end, I keep getting a message saying reconnecting, then reconnecting. It sucks. It really sucks. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't really live stream a lot. It sucks. So totally ordinary guys say it's not so good. It just lags from time to time. Yes, it does that. I don't know why it's doing that, but it's having this issue. It's having this issue. I don't know why it is having this issue right now. But yeah. So Brian says playing North Korea can be quite an interesting experience. That makes it hard to play as a visitor. I think the last time oh man, it did it again. It did it again. I think they were actually playing games somewhere else, weren't they? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But good win for Cup. They made it to the World Cup twice. They made it in 1966 and 2010, if I can recall. But Mongolia picked up another win, guys. Another win against Myanmar. It seems like Mongolia are fighting to get through to the other round, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Jordan 2, Chinese Taipei 1. Chinese Taipei. Cambodia 1, Hong Kong 1, Syria 5, Philippines 2. Let me repeat that. Syria 5, Philippines 2. Omar Al-Somar with 2 goals. He's the only name I really recognize here. But 2 goals from the Philippines, who did not look too bad during the Asian Cup. I'm not predicting them to move on to the 3rd round. Syria, well, I did predict Syria to move on to the 3rd round. I did. I actually did. It's not a hard group. Not a hard group at all. Sounding like a robot, bro. Who else thinks I sound like a robot right now? I don't know how I sound right now on the live stream, but I checked them. Don't know if it's the live setup or anything that's giving problems right now. But guys, if there's a problem, let me know. Let me know. Thailand 0, Vietnam 0. they're in that group, that Southeast Asian group. Very weird group with United Arab Emirates being the odd man out. Guys, I really don't know why this thing is acting up like this, but I don't know if it's the app or if it's the connection. I really don't know why it's doing this. Maybe I need to get off my Wi-Fi connection. Let me, could have a problem. Let's just see. All right. So guys, big upset, Palestine 2, Uzbekistan 0. Yes, 4G, Sammy, 4G. Try not to troll too much, okay? You're being a distraction right now. So Palestine 2, Uzbekistan 0. Big win for Palestine, who didn't really score many goals during the Asian Cup. So that was, I think, the downfall. It didn't play too bad, but coming up, defeat in Uzbekistan, they're showing some intent here. They have Singapore, Yemen, and Saudi Arabia in their group. I think the only team could give Palestine some problems in this group, Saudi Arabia and Uzbekistan, and they have already shown that they could defeat Uzbekistan. So it seems like Palestine may go on to the next round. So guys, so far so good. I took it off the Wi-Fi. I haven't seen it reconnect again. So maybe it's the Wi-Fi connection, dropping. I don't know. I really don't know. I guess my Wi-Fi isn't that great after all. You know what I'm saying? But that could happen when you have multiple devices connected to the Wi-Fi, like my wife, her phone, the TV upstairs as well, the laptop, and my device that I'm streaming from right now. So it seems like it's all good right now. Is it better, guys? Is it better? Let me know. Totally ordinary guy. It doesn't really have to be that I have a problem. It could be that your internet is a problem. It could be that your internet is a problem. So it's not always my fault. It's your fault as well. Just remember that. Maybe you're in a congested area. You're not getting the connection right. It's not always my fault. So let us all remember that. Don't blame me. He said, don't roast me. Don't roast me. But you told me you're from Puerto Rico, right? You're from Puerto Rico. Internet in Puerto Rico probably ain't all that good. You know what I'm saying? Probably ain't that good. Turkmenistan 2, Sri Lanka 0. Well, I was expecting that result. But the result I wasn't expecting was that Tajikistan 1, Kyrgyzstan 0. Kyrgyzstan made it to the last Asian Cup. Tajikistan didn't, but we are seeing that Tajikistan is a pretty decent team here. They have Mongolia, Japan, and Myanmar, the other teams in their group. So Japan and Tajikistan could be front runners to come through, but it's still early times, guys. It's only one match. Still only one game. And what could be a factor in some of these groups, guys? Goal difference, because when these weaker teams play Japan, they can get blown away. Or Japan might just play, their second string team, but anyways, they will still blow them away. So goal difference could be a factor for the second place team here. It's hard to tell who will come in second. Mongolia, who knows? Who knows? This would be groundbreaking for their football. Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, I don't think Myanmar stands a chance in this group. But guys, you never ever know. You never know. So what other games we had? Indonesia against Malaysia. Malaysia 3, Indonesia 2. This was a home, well, I should say Indonesia 2, Malaysia 3. Oh, by the way, what's up, Ryan LFC, man? I just saw you left the message there. Thanks for joining the live stream. Thank you for everyone in here right now. All my mods, Advenco, Brian Hinojosa, Prime Time. Thank you very much, guys, for joining the live stream, and I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your busy lives to just talk football with me here. Really appreciate it. So, Malaysia, they have a lot to prove because they definitely have a lot to prove. Indonesia as well. All these teams have something to prove. This group is one of the hardest groups. Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, UAE, and Indonesia. It's a tough group. It is a tough group. But Malaysia coming out winners in the first game, and we'll see how things go in this group. But very, very tricky group. The Southeast Asian group, I'm calling it. So we have gone through most of the fixtures, I think. Yes. Oh no, we have a few more. We have Bahrain 1, Iraq 1. So good result for Bahrain at home. Good result. They scored early in the 9th minute, and then Mohamed Ali, very, very talented youngster. I think he plays his football in Qatar. He picked up a goal in the 86th minute. He was quite impressive during the Asian Cup. And guys, for some of you guys who don't know, I covered the entire Asian Cup. So when it comes to Asian football, guys, I think I'm qualified. I did my prerequisites, and I'm qualified now. And I did the African Cup of Nations as well. Copa America, Gold Cup. I did a lot of Euro football. So I think I'm qualified to talk about the World Cup. When I first started to talk about World Cup, I think I was qualified as well because I've been watching the World Cup since 1998. You know, that's the all the 32 team World Cup. So pretty qualified to talk about this thing, I think. And I still have a lot to learn. The last match, guys, Kuwait 7. This was a blowout. This was a blowout. Nepal nil. Wow. Wow. We had 6 different goal scorers for Kuwait, who was actually banned for a while. They were banned for a while, and they're coming back. Kuwait once made it to the FIFA World Cup, guys. I think that was back in 1990 or 86. One of those World Cups, I can't quite recall, but they made it to the World Cup at one time. So they have a few legends as well. I did a whole video on Kuwait during the last World Cup when I was doing my 100 days to the FIFA World Cup countdown, guys. I don't know why I thought I could pull that off. I could probably pull it off now. But oh man, guys, it was killing me before. It was killing me before. It was just, I had to stop it because it was messing with my life. Seriously, it was. 82. Thank you, Roadrunner. Thank you very much for that correction. 82 Spain. 82 Spain. So Kuwait coming back from ban. And as I was saying, guys, 100 days to the FIFA World Cup, that was a killer. I was actually looking back at one of the videos from that series, and guys, oh my goodness, man. The mic was like so low. I don't know. I was trying to get my audio better. I bought a few mics. I bought this thing to supply phantom power for the mic because it was an XLR microphone, and I don't know. I didn't turn it up. I didn't turn it up loud enough, or in post, I didn't put up enough gain. It just sounded so low. I hate those videos. Seriously. I was actually thinking I'm gonna remake those videos. I think I'm gonna remake some of those videos actually. But just wanted to give you guys a cool backstory. This whole production thing, making YouTube videos, could be quite strenuous, and it's not as easy as some people think. It's actually very hard. It is hard. It is very, very hard. But I've came a long way, man. I've came a long way in terms of development and everything, just the production of the videos and all. I've came a long way. So, and I'm getting better and better and better. But guys, let's just recap the groups before we move on to the African World Cup qualifiers. This is a live stream. We have time. We can talk until we don't want to talk anymore. So it's fine. I don't have work tomorrow. So let us talk about the groups. Group A. 2 matches in Group A. 4 teams played. China did not play as yet. Syria, Maldives, 3 points. China didn't play as yet. Guam and Philippines without a point. Still early time. Still very, very early. Each team will end up playing 8 matches. So this is only the first match. Still early times. Then Group B, Kuwait, Jordan with wins. They're on top. Australia, the other team in that group, still hasn't played as yet. Chinese Taipei or Taiwan, they are fourth. Nepal, fifth. Second round, Group C. You know what, guys? As I do this, I'll let you guys know the teams I actually predicted to move on. So I could give you guys that insight right now. So I don't have to keep going back and back and back. I have it written down right here. I just have to actually find it. Guys, I have so many books with material. I was telling my boy Ryan LFC, man, I have so many. I actually have some right here. Guys. Look at this. These are all books that are either finished. They have pages in them, but material. I have this one. Okay. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 books in my hand right here. Then I have three more books, and these are my favorite books, guys. The 5-star Mead books made by Mead. These are my favorite type of books. I've been using them since I was in high school. So this is like 13 books with material, and I've been thinking about like doing something like the Lost Tapes kind of series, that where I go in the books and like make videos of the ideas that I'd never made before. Like I wrote down ideas and just go back and just put them together and put out the videos. I've been thinking about that. That video, the latest video I put out, is actually a video like from the Lost Tapes, that UEFA thing, the real Champions League. That is a similar type of video. But anyways, guys, let me not get sidetracked. My second round predictions were Group A. I predicted, you know what? I'll just go through and then I'll let you guys know my prediction. So Bahrain, Cambodia, Hong Kong, Iraq, all with draws, guys. Group C, all the games were drawn. This is quite interesting. Iran, the other team in this group, the team I'm predicting to top the group actually. Group D, Palestine picking up a win, and the game between Yemen and Singapore ended in a draw. I didn't talk about that match, but Yemen and Singapore did play to a draw. They did play to a draw. So it was actually a 2-2 draw. Then we have Saudi Arabia, Uzbekistan losing. Group E, Qatar, Oman, Bangladesh, India, Afghanistan. Oman and Qatar with big wins. And Group F, Mongolia with a win, Tajikistan with a win, Japan with a win. Oh, Japan didn't play. Gotcha. Kyrgyzstan lost. Myanmar, I didn't actually got you. I made a mistake there. But anyways, second round Group G, Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam. UAE haven't played yet. Indonesia at the bottom. Malaysia picking up a win there. And last but not least, Group H with North Korea on top with a win. Turkmenistan with a win. The Emeralds, Turkmenistan. South Korea also in that group didn't play. It would be interesting to see the match between North Korea and South Korea. That would be cool though. That would be crazy. Lebanon and Sri Lanka at the bottom there. So guys, my predictions for this group, we're 30 minutes in. My prediction for these groups are, from Group A, I'm predicting China to come in second. Syria to come, no. Let's do this. Let's go over this again. Let's go over this. Guys, I want you guys to let me know your predictions for the group as well. Group A, I'm predicting China to come in first, move on to the third round. Syria to come in second, move on to the third round. Philippines third, Maldives fourth, and Guam fourth and Maldives fifth. Actually wrote them down kind of jumbled up. But who do you guys think are gonna move on to the third round? China, Syria, Philippines, Maldives, or Guam. Advenco says China and Syria. Philippines come in third, Maldives fourth, Guam fifth. Guys, remember, if you come in third, I actually think third and fourth. Third, fourth actually helps you to qualify for the Asian Cup. But we're not talking Asian Cup here. But most of you guys are thinking that China and Syria will go through. Group B, guys, where we have Australia, Jordan, Taiwan, Kuwait, and Nepal. I'm predicting Australia and Jordan to move on, but it seems like Kuwait they're gonna do something here. Kuwait, I'm predicting to come in third, Chinese Taipei fourth, or Taiwan, and Nepal fifth. What are your guys what are you guys predictions here? What are your guys predictions? So Sammy's saying that Kuwait might be the dark horses here. I do agree with you. I definitely agree with you here. They're definitely the dark horses in this group. So OG Gaming says Australia, and I don't know. Well, that's a good prediction because you never know. But I'm expecting Australia to top this group. I expect nothing less from the Socceroos at all. Group C, guys. Iran, Iraq in this group. Bahrain, Hong Kong, Cambodia. I'm predicting it in that exact order. Iran, Iraq, Bahrain, Hong Kong, Cambodia. What do you guys say here? Are you wearing South African jersey, Dom? Bafana? Yes, South Africa, man. I found this when I went to TJ Maxx. Yeah, TJ Maxx. And I picked it up. Guys, when I go to these stores, I look for football jerseys. That's all I go there for. You get them for very cheap prices, half price, sometimes $19.99, $16.99. But a lot of times it's like $34.99. But it's like you never know what you're gonna find. So it's like a surprise, and that's what I like about it. That's what I really like about it. And my football jersey collection is just growing and growing and growing. And I don't really mind spending the money on stuff that I like to spend the money on. At least I'm not like spending it on some kind of bad habit like drugs or something. You know what I'm saying, guys? Stay away from drugs, by the way. But yeah, Group D, guys. Group D. Saudi Arabia, Uzbekistan, Palestine, Yemen, Singapore. I'm predicting Saudi Arabia and Uzbekistan to go through. Palestine third, Singapore fourth, and Yemen fifth. Guys, it seems like I may be wrong, but it's still early times. Each team will play 8 matches. There's only 1 match played so far. Then we have Group E, guys. Group E. One of the most famous groups because, you know, India is in this group. Very populous nation. And you're going to get a lot of, you know, attention from this group. So, I'm predicting Qatar to come through as the winners here, but you know it's inconsequential, only for Asian Cup purposes. Then Oman to come in second, ahead of India, whom they defeated today or yesterday. Well, today actually, yesterday in Indian time, because it's tomorrow in India, tomorrow in certain places like Europe as well. Yes, it's actually tomorrow in Europe already. Then I'm predicting India third, Bangladesh fourth, and Afghanistan fifth. But I think Afghanistan, who knows, maybe they'll come in ahead of Bangladesh. But yes, let us move on to F. Japan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Myanmar, Mongolia. I'm predicting Japan to come in first, Kyrgyzstan second, Mongolia third, Tajikistan fourth, and Myanmar fifth. Then we have Group G, UAE, Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, and Indonesia. I'm predicting it in just that order. UAE to top, Vietnam second, Thailand third, Malaysia fourth, Indonesia fifth. And the last group, guys, South Korea, Lebanon, North Korea, Turkmenistan, and Sri Lanka. I'm actually predicting South Korea and Lebanon to go through, North Korea to come in third, Turkmenistan fourth, Sri Lanka fifth. But it seems like North Korea may want to prove me wrong. So that's it for the Asian qualifiers, guys. Thank you guys for actually bearing with me through that very tedious thing. And we will now move on to the African qualifiers, where it's a bit more simple because it's teams ranked from 27th to 54th. I think I may be wrong, but 27 to 54, 28 teams. If my math is right, 28 teams, 14 ties, and the winners will move on to the next round, which will be the second round. And in the second round, the 40 teams in the second round will be grouped into 10 groups. 10 groups of 4, yes. And the group winners of all the groups will then move on to play 5 ties. 5 ties, and the winners of each ties will then move on to the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. See, I got it all in my head here. I got it in my head. So, for the ties, guys, leg 1 of the ties. Burundi won, Tanzania won. I actually saw this game, guys. This was yesterday. I saw this match, and I predicted Burundi to actually, I'm going to let you guys know my predictions for these ones as I go through. So for those of you guys who are curious, and for those of you guys who have been around the channel and actually appreciate the work that I put in, guys, when I do the work, this is all the work I had to put in for this video, all the research. So I actually did the research, and I had my little notes here that I got. I just didn't predict the teams that I wanted to go through. I actually look at their record, their recent record, their head-to-head and all of that, and I came up with these predictions. So the Burundi, Tanzania, I'm actually predicting Burundi to go through ahead of Tanzania. And when Burundi scored, I think it was to Cedric Amisi, yes, in the 81st minute. It was difficult watching through 81 minutes without a goal, but Burundi looked the brighter team. And Bwana Samata of Tanzania, he did show some brilliance at times, but it was Burundi who was actually playing the better football. But the delivery, it wasn't there. You know, the distribution, the final balls weren't there. And the final product, when the final balls were there, the product wasn't good. You know, so Cedric Amisi finally broke the deadlock in the 81st minute, and then a few minutes later, the goalkeeper from Burundi had a brain fart. The ball, it was a long ball coming down. The defender had it covered. He leaped up, headed the ball, but the goalie had already run out. It was a miscommunication between the goalkeeper and his defense. And then after the defender headed the ball away, the attacker, which was Msuva, one of the best players on Tanzania's team, he latched onto it, put it in the back of the net. The defender tried to get to it, but he failed. So it was like, what am I seeing here? Like, Burundi, you just went ahead. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, it was comical stuff. It was really comical stuff, man. So they may rue that goal next week, because the second leg, I think, is next week. So Burundi won, Tanzania won. It's poised. Tanzania pick up that very, very valuable away goal, and that's they might definitely regret conceding that away goal. Ethiopia 0, Lesotho 0. I am predicting Lesotho to move on. Did the research? Lesotho seems like a better team than Ethiopia, but two teams played well. But in Ethiopia, they are hoping to prove me wrong. And another thing I must say about Ethiopia, the stadium, it was jam-packed. It looks like things are really nice over there in Ethiopia. You know, just it looks, you could tell from the stadium of each nation how things are in the country. I may be wrong, but, I think I know what I'm talking about. So that game ended in a 0-0 draw. So the second leg in Lesotho will be very, very interesting. If Ethiopia could pick up a goal, it could work out in their favor. So Eritrea 1, Namibia 2. Guys, I am predicting Namibia to move on. ahead of Eritrea. Some of these games, guys, was a lot of penalties being awarded. It was a lot of, yeah. So I really can't remember every single thing what happened in the games. I did watch the replays though. So Namibia on course to qualify for the next round. They were at the AFCON, so I expect them to move on. South Sudan against Equatorial Guinea. I am predicting Equatorial Guinea to move on ahead of South Sudan. But South Sudan picked up a draw. I think it was a come from behind draw as well. Yes, Equatorial Guinea scored first. And guys, Pedro Obiang plays for Equatorial Guinea. If you don't know, he was a former West Ham player. He went back to Sampdoria. Sampdoria he went back to, right? But he is one of the more notable players on the field there. But I'm not going to get too much in depth with this. But that one drew. So 3 draws in the first 4 ties. Guys, stakes are high here. We're going to see a lot of draws. Stakes are high. Excuse me while I take a sip of my drink. Don't want my mouth to get too dry there. My drink is leaking, huh? Oh, yeah, it definitely is. But yeah, let us move on. Mauritius 0, Mozambique 1. I saw the highlights for that one. It was a really good goal scored by Mozambique from outside the box. Mozambique, the birthplace of Eusebio, the great Eusebio. And the birthplace of Nuno Espirito Santo as well. Portuguese nation. So big win for Mozambique, who I am predicting to move on to the next round. So the countries that I predicted to move on are doing well so far, guys. You see, it's good to research. It's good to research and think about, things very, very closely. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was about to say Djibouti. But Djibouti, guys. Djibouti 2, Eswatini 1. This was not something I predicted, because I predicted Eswatini to do much better. And most people don't know about these 2 countries, but impressive stuff by Djibouti. Impressive stuff. That penalty was kind of suspect, but, it is what it is. But Eswatini, man, Swaziland, better known as Swaziland, they would have to put on a very good performance at home. This is somewhat of an upset as well. It's somewhat of an upset because Djibouti is not known for football in prowess. But Eswatini, they have an okay team. Most of their players play in the South African League because Eswatini is a country within the South Africa. I think they're completely surrounded by South Africa. The Portuguese derby between Sao Tome and Principe and Guinea-Bissau ended in a 1-0 win for Guinea-Bissau, and it came via a late penalty. It was suspect. These penalties are kind of suspect, and I don't think they have VAR. So Nanu scored that penalty in the 85th minute and left the Sao Tome and Principe crowd in heartbreak. And it was a very small crowd too. It's a weird looking stadium where most people in the stadium were just standing around looking at the game. So very small island nation off the coast of West Africa. So it seems like when the Portuguese explorers came down, they just said, you know what? Like this island, we're going to take this island. And we're going to also take that neighboring piece of land there called Guinea-Bissau. Yeah. Europeans went in and take the whole of Africa. Little history lesson for some of you guys there. But anyways, let us move on. Let's not get into the politics. Liberia 3. Sierra Leone. Guys, when I made a video, I took very long to get the name Sierra Leone correct because it's kind of hard to come off the tongue, Sierra Leone. I do know about the country. I have known about the country for a very long time, but it's just weird. Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone. So Liberia 3, Sierra Leone 1. It was quite an impressive performance by Liberia. They got two penalties. Kind of still suspect, but penalties are soft. They're really soft penalties. But anyways, they actually put them away very well. George Weah was in the stadium. Big crowd came out. Impressive win for this very young and impressive Liberian team. Who knows? They could be on their way to World Cup 2022. Terrence Tisdale. That's an American sounding name, right? Liberia is actually mini America. Look at the flag and everything. I think a lot of people were actually went back to Africa and they went to Liberia. You know, that whole Marcus Garvey movement. You know, a lot of people went to Liberia. And Sam Johnson, that's a Liberian name. What if Timothy Weah actually represented Liberia? That would have been interesting. But he represented America, which is kind of weird. His mom lives in America, but his mom is Jamaican. His mom is Jamaican, so he could have also played for Jamaica. Timothy Weah for Jamaica. That would have been. He should have played for Jamaica, because I don't know about the USA, man. I don't know. Really don't know. They didn't pick him for the Gold Cup, or maybe he didn't want to play. I don't know what went on there. But it seems like Liberia are poised to make it to the next round, the second round. Rwanda. I did predict Liberia to go on as well, guys. Rwanda 3, Seychelles 0. That was quite an impressive performance by Rwanda as well. A team I'm also predicting to move on. Chad 1, Sudan 3. This was also a game that I was watching today because the games was actually on the FIFA YouTube channel. Guys, don't forget, if you want to watch these games, go to the FIFA YouTube channel and you could watch these games. They're there. I think all of them are available. Most of them are available. So I'm actually predicting Sudan to move on, guys. This is a derby between these two neighboring countries. So as you guys could see here, Sudan, look, it's right there. I'm not lying to you. Sudan, these are my predictions. I predicted Sudan to move on, and they scored 3 against Chad. I think Chad are done. They are done. Definitely. And it was like some stupid mistakes as well, goalkeeping error and all, you know. So they're responsible for their own downfall. So Sudan was real good back in the day, but they split. They split South Sudan, Sudan. That definitely affected the country. Anytime a nation split, it affects the football. Maybe sometimes it doesn't. Like Croatia, Serbia, and those nations. But anyways, let's not get into the politics. But the big one, guys, last but not least for the World Cup qualifiers, the big one. Somalia won, Zimbabwe 0. It was a weird game, though. It was a weird game, a late goal. I think it was a late header in the far post. And this is a disappointing performance by Zimbabwe. Let me take a look at their 11 to see if they played a strong 11. Guys, it seems like, guys, what I'm getting from this 11 is Zimbabwe actually underestimated the hell out of Somalia. They did. No Knowledge Masuna in the squad. No Marvelous Nakamba. And I could swear I saw Marvelous Nakamba play the cup match for Aston Villa. Also, no Kama Billiat. I don't know if Billiat is injured. I don't follow South African League, so I don't know if he's injured. But those 3 main players were missing from the team. This is ridiculous. And hence the reason why they lost. They couldn't put the ball past the keeper. They couldn't. Keeper, I think, did pull off a couple. What I noticed about the keepers in those African nations, they were so short. I was like, the keepers were so short. I was like, wow, pretty weird. But that caps it off for African World Cup qualifiers, guys. We have some more games tomorrow. Comoros taking on Togo. I'm predicting Togo to move on. But Comoros, who knows, they could pull an upset as well. Gambia against Angola. I'm predicting Gambia to make it through. Botswana against Malawi. I'm predicting Malawi to make it through. And that would wrap up the first leg. And then we have the second leg starting from Sunday. So Sunday, we have games, and then we have more games on Tuesday. So Sunday and Tuesday we have games. Yes, Sunday and Tuesday, just for your information. So that would wrap up World Cup qualifying. And guys, for your information, I will continue to do this throughout the next couple of days. So make sure you come back for the live streams, because what I like about doing live streams, it will only take an hour and a half of my time. I sit down, I talk to you guys, and I have to remember to use my 4G network and not my Wi-Fi, because it will be reconnecting. So I'm sorry for that, guys. But we have to test things out. I'm not ending it right now, Sexy Man. What a name, Sexy Man. But that wraps it up for World Cup qualifiers. What we're going to do right now, guys, quickly, what we're going to do, we're going to do a little bit of Concacaf Nations League. I will add that to the title when I'm actually done with the video, because the title for the live stream couldn't hold all of that. So this is not good right now. St. Vincent, what are you doing? 1-1. 87th minute own goal by Jamal York. I don't know this guy either. But Alex Anderson. That's a weird name though. Olex Anderson. I actually met him 2 years ago during the carnival celebrations. I took a picture with him and everything. And a friend of mine also knows his sister. So that's good information as well. So I know a few of the players, the past ones, but the younger generation I don't really know. I left the place 16 years ago. And I don't have a lot of friends, as you guys should see. And you guys know what they say? They say intelligent people has fewer friends. We don't need friends. We could do it all by ourselves. But yeah, guys, they don't actually have the lineup. I would have liked to see the lineup right here. I have to check it out later. But 1-1, not a bad result against Nicaragua. And guys, a big announcement. CONCACAF decided to use the Nations League as the qualifiers for the 2021 CONCACAF Gold Cup, which makes the CONCACAF Nations League even more important, of paramount importance, because it also influences the teams that make the hex for World Cup qualifiers for the 2022 World Cup and the Gold Cup. So the CONCACAF Nations League went from, oh yeah, you guys are just copying the Euros and oh, nobody cares about this tournament, to a very, very important tournament. So we can expect teams to play their strongest 11s. So you're not going to set up a second string team to play these smaller nations, because the repercussions could be great. You know what I'm saying? So you have to play your strongest team. And I'm happy to see St. Vincent actually picking up a draw here. Fingers crossed the game isn't done. It's not done. It's a 1-1. But to pick up points against Nicaragua, it's pretty impressive. We have Dominica, Nicaragua, and Suriname. Suriname defeated Dominica today. That was actually a weird. The goals look so weird. It looks like the everyone was like following the. It just weird. It just looked weird. Maybe it's just the camera angle, but the 2 goals were scored by a player by the name of Leiter. I think he plays somewhere in America. I did use him when I was doing Calypso Boys series. I could remember him. He scored twice against Dominica, who did equalize, but Dominica eventually lost. So this is Group D in League B, guys. Group D, League B. So St. Vincent is in League B. But I was telling you guys about the league, the Nations League, the importance, the Gold Cup qualifiers. The first 2 teams Winners and runners-up in each of the League A groups, and there's 4 groups in League A. So the winners and the runners-up will all qualify for the 2021 Gold Cup, which is sick, which ensures the League A teams a sure place, basically, a sure place. And remember, there's 16 teams in the Gold Cup. The 8 teams will come from the winners and the runners-up in the 4 League A groups. So that's 8. The next 4 teams will come from the winners of the League B groups. So 4 winners in the League B groups will move on to qualify for the Gold Cup. Where does the next 4 teams come from, you may ask? Well, the winners of the League C groups, the 4 winners of the League C groups, will play the runners-up in the League B groups, and then the winners of those ties, those 4 ties, will then move on to play the 3rd place teams that will get relegated from League A in a home and away playoff, and those 4 teams will qualify to the Gold Cup. So the teams in League A, they're all but guaranteed a spot. If they don't make it, they deserve licks. They deserve some serious licks. They definitely deserve some serious licks because it's just designed for them to qualify. Just designed for them to qualify. So I hope you guys understand the new format. I will make a video on it when I have some time. I'll take my time and make the videos on it. A video on it, but it's saying here there's 8 minutes of extra time. The match is still going on. But as I said, guys, Dominica 1, Suriname 2. Grenada 2, St. Kitts and Nevis 1. So Advenco is saying the format is trash. Well, you guys know CONCACAF always finds a way to complicate things. But guys, when you really think about it, man, I don't blame them. You have to look at it on the brighter side. People already don't care too much about CONCACAF football. Only us in CONCACAF care about the CONCACAF region. They think it's the weakest region and all. But guys, let me give you some facts here about the CONCACAF region. When I did the Gold Cup, the Copa America and the African Cup of Nations all at the same time, and I also do European football as well, the CONCACAF Gold Cup performed the best in terms of viewership because guess why? I'm one of the only persons talking about it. So of course it's going to do well. When you search for the Gold Cup videos, you're only going to see myself, Football Pharaoh, maybe 1 or 2 other people who are not like consistent on YouTube. So that's why it ends up doing well. So that's why I make sure I talk about CONCACAF Nations League. I talk about the CONCACAF region because the competition is very low. Nobody cares about it. People on YouTube, the YouTubers, football YouTubers don't really care about it. So I love that. I actually love it because then I get to talk about it. And then my videos are the videos getting clicked on. But when I talk about Copa America, nobody really cares because I don't speak Spanish and they don't understand. I don't speak Portuguese. So the videos tend not to do great. Also in Africa, those videos did quite well they did well. African videos did well, but the Gold Cup, man, CONCACAF videos, yes. Asian Cup as well. The Asian videos will do well because not a lot of people talk about it. And that's something that's unique about this channel, guys. I try to give attention to all the confederations, not just Europe. Not just Europe. There's too many people covering Europe already. And people think it's when you cover Europe and Europe is the place to cover, but it's not really the place to cover if you want to really grow and you want to learn because the competition is really, really high over there. It's really, really high. But anyways, that's just to touch on the Nations League, CONCACAF Nations League briefly. Let's talk about the Euro qualifiers, man. Let's talk about it. Might spend the next half hour talking about the Euro qualifiers. and then I'll end the live stream. It's 10 o'clock in my time. I have a bit of work to do. I'm working on my Champions League group stage videos, doing a bit of research on every single team, 32 teams. I'm doing some research before I put out the video. I don't want to just put out the video on my. The video will still be on my perspective on what I think, but I'm also doing somewhat of a preview. So it's not just a prediction; it's a preview prediction. Give you some insight on all the teams and their transfer business and their best, Champions League performances and whatnot. Insight on the manager and the key players and all of that. So I'm putting in some work. I got my work cut out for me for the next 13 days or so. So I want to get them out as soon as possible. But let's talk about the Euro 2020 qualifiers. We didn't have any games from Group A today. We didn't. It's England, Czech Republic, Kosovo, Montenegro, Bulgaria. That's the point standing so far. Group B, Ukraine, Luxembourg, Serbia, Portugal, Lithuania. That's the standing so far. Group C, there were no games in there today. I know that. Group C, Northern Ireland, Germany, Netherlands, Belarus, Estonia. I don't think there were any games in that group today either. There weren't any games. No games in that group either. But there was games in Group D. Republic of Ireland, guys. Could they make it to 2020 Euros? It seems like they can. Seems like they can because right now, 5 teams in their group. They only have 3 matches left. And they're topping the group. Republic of Ireland are topping their group with 3 matches to go. This is ridiculous. This is freaking ridiculous. The match between the Republic of Ireland and Switzerland today ended in a draw. That was a big freaking draw. If there's ever a big draw, that was a big draw. And I could recall the goals were scored by Fabian Shaw and Matt Goldrick. I think Matt Goldrick plays for Sheffield United. Matt Goldrick is a black guy. He plays for is he that black guy that plays for Sheffield? I think that's him. But Fabian Shaw recently scored for Newcastle, so it seems like he's making a habit of scoring goals these days. So seems like it was a tight game. Randolph, Parry, Seferovic, close range shot. Late goal by Matt Goldrick. The Swiss have 2 games in hand after competing at the UEFA Nations League. So Switzerland still have 2 games in hand, but with 6 points, they will only be level on points with Republic of Ireland. So it doesn't matter if they have 2 games in hand. Republic of Ireland, they are doing well in this group. They're doing freaking well. Who also has Denmark in this group. So it's not an easy group. So it's between Republic of Ireland, Denmark, and Switzerland to take those guaranteed spots at the top. First and second guaranteed spots. There's also 4 spots up for grabs via the Nations League places. So there's a fail-safe here. So if a team like Denmark, Switzerland, or Northern Republic of Ireland does not make it, they can still qualify via the playoffs. So UEFA fail-safe in the bigger teams. Georgia also in this group and Gibraltar. There was another game in here. Denmark 6, Gibraltar 0. And that's what I was saying. Republic of Ireland, they defeated Gibraltar twice. It was 2-0 and it was another, where's the other game? It was 2-0 and 1-0. I think they should have scored more goals in these games because goal difference could be very, very important at the end. So, need to do a lot better here. So, the games in this group, Republic of Ireland 1, Switzerland 1. Gibraltar 0, Denmark 6. Georgia, the other team in this group as well. So, Georgia currently 4th, 3 points. So I don't think Georgia and Gibraltar stand a chance to make the top two, but it's between Republic of Ireland, Denmark, and Switzerland. So it seems like Ireland could do it. Who are Ireland playing in the last three games? They play Georgia. Oh man, that's I think that's 3 points. I think that's 3 points. They defeated them in the first game 1-0. I think that's 3 points for the Republic of Ireland. Then they play Switzerland again, and their last game is against a familiar foe in Denmark. I think they picked up a draw in that first game against Denmark too. Yes, they did. Excuse me. On the road as well. So good stuff by Ireland. It seems like they might qualify for the Euros. Congrats in advance, man. Good stuff. But the game between Denmark and Gibraltar, I don't really need to go into that. It's a routine win. 6-0. They were thrashed. They were definitely thrashed. So Group E, there weren't any games. Hungary, Slovakia, Croatia, Wales, Azerbaijan, they actually play tomorrow, I think. Group F, I saw a game from Group F, the one between Spain and Romania. And Spain had their chances. The goalkeeper came up big. I can't remember his name right now. It's a long, weird name. The goalkeeper came up really, really big. Kept out Rodrigo. Kept out Alcacer, who had quite a few chances. And the goalkeeper was quite impressive. But Dani Ceballos was fouled. Sergio Ramos stepped up, took a penalty. And then Florian Andone was brought on for Kesharu. And he scored almost immediately. It was a really nice goal, man. George Puskás involved in that goal, headed the ball back across goal. And Florian Andone, who Brighton just let go on loan, I think he went to Galatasaray. Yeah, I think he went to Galatasaray on loan. And he equalized. But then Spain, man, with some brilliant play. Dani Ceballos with that cheeky pass. And then the ball was squared across to, I think it was Alcacer, who scored the winner. But Spain, their backs were against the wall because Romania played really well. They could have scored twice. Could remember Kepa pulling off a big save at the near post, and then two more big saves from headers. One or two more, but it was quite close. Romania should have picked up a draw. The rebound after the save should have been put into the roof of the net, but it was sailed over. So it was very, very good stuff by Romania. They're currently fourth in the group, 7 points. But this is the first time Spain has defeated Romania on Romanian soil. I heard a commentator say that, and I bet if I click the match review, the match report, it would actually say that as well. So the other teams in this group, Sweden, Norway, Malta, Faroe Islands. There's actually 6 teams in this group. I think there was a next game between Malta. Yes. There was, let me tell you guys. The next game, Faroe Islands, 0, Sweden, 4, Norway, 2, Malta, 0. So it's going to be tight in this group. It's going to be really tight between those top 3 teams there. Not the top. Well, Spain is going to run away here. But Norway, Sweden, and Romania will be fighting for that second spot. They will be scrapping it out. Sweden, I think, should be safe. But Norway, they have been putting out some really good performances as of late. But I think it should be Sweden and Spain qualifying directly. And Norway, Romania, they will have to hope that they partake in the Nations League qualifiers. I think Norway did top their Nations League group. Romania, I don't know what went on. I can't remember. I know, but I can't remember what went on in the Nations League. I did cover that tournament, but I can't remember. So let us move on to the next group. We didn't have a lot of games today, and that's what I like, and that's why I'm actually talking about the games now, so I don't have to talk about all the fixtures at one time tomorrow. So tomorrow, it will be another light load, and the next day, so I could live stream for, hour and a half, which isn't bad. Hour and a half is sweet to get all this information out, because if I made a video, it would take forever to edit that video. The next group, Group G, guys, Poland, Israel, Austria, North Macedonia, And Slovenia, Latvia. Oh man, this is a tight group. As Advenko, I think, just said that. This is a tight group. This is a very tight group, man. Yes, Tata Ranasu. Tata Ranasu. Yeah, that's a nice name. I like that name. I got the name down pat, but I just can't remember it. Just cannot remember the name. So, the games we had today, it was a draw, a 1-1 draw between North Macedonia and Israel. I could actually remember the details from this game, not even looking at the details right now. But it was a goal from the Dinamo Zagreb defensive midfielder Arian Ademi, who did represent Croatia in the past and now represents Macedonia, or now called North Macedonia. And there was a goal by Aaron Zahavi. Who else is going to score for Israel? It's either going to be Minas Dabor or Zahavi, who has been ripping it up as of late. So 1 point each for those two teams. There were also other games in here today, but I didn't actually see the results for this other game. Okay. The other game was No. It was only one game today. I'm talking Austria 4, North Macedonia 1. There was actually one game today from this group. One game. There will be more games tomorrow. Two more games between Austria, Latvia, Slovenia, Poland. Because Slovenia pull off at least a draw. They have been struggling lately, man. Struggling. But the group is still wide open. Israel, man. Could Israel qualify directly? They only have 3 matches left. Let's talk a little about Israel just for a minute. Their next game is against Slovenia. Then they play Austria and Latvia. They could definitely pick up 6 points. Guys, Israel, man. Ooh. They could be in the Euros. So, anyways, let us move on to the next group. Group H. There were no games from Group H today. Didn't see any games. There's France, Turkey, Iceland, Albania, Moldova, and Andorra. Andorra. That's the exact order of the standing right now. It's tight in this group. All the teams has played each other. Well, not played each other. Played 4 matches. France, Turkey, and Iceland all have 9 points. So it's tight. Group I. Don't think it was any games from Group I today either. Belgium, Russia, Kazakhstan, Scotland, Cyprus, and San Marino in that exact order. Then Group J, we had games. That's the last group and the last bit of, things I would actually cover. Italy won their game today against Armenia. I think it was a 2-1 margin. 2-1 margin. I like the team that Mancini called up, though. It seems like Mancini are calling up everyone on merit. It's not because of your name, it's on merit. And I really like it, and it will only improve this Italian team. The team looks good, man. Team definitely looks good. So they defeated Armenia. It was 3-1. 3-1 today. Pretty impressive win, and I expected nothing less from Italy. And there was a big, this is not an upset, but Greece has been really playing the ass lately. They lost to Armenia in their last game. Armenia, 3-2. And then they lost to Italy, 3-0. They drew against Bosnia, 2-2. And did they play Finland as yet? I could swear. Well, this was their first game against Finland. They lost 1-0. And guess who scored for Finland? Teemu Pukki. Teemu Pukki scored for Finland. Man, congrats to Teemu Pukki, man. That's 6 goals so far for the new season. That's freaking awesome. Did he score in Norwich's cup match? I don't think so. I can't recall, but this man is on fire, guys. Do you guys think Teemu Pukki will score 20 goals in the Premier League this season? Will Norwich survive? Let's leave that for another discussion, though. But Bosnia and Herzegovina 5, Liechtenstein 0. They got thrashed. They really got thrashed. We had goals from Ame Goyak, the Dinamo Zagreb man. Malin scored an own goal. Edin Dzeko on the score sheet, and I think his name is Edin Visha as well on the score sheet. So, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Duljovic double. Duljovic, Ame Goyak. Why they have Duljovic there? Weird. But anyways, let us continue. It's just something I just saw. I think they made a mistake on the match report. But Greece, man, the winners of Euro 2004 seems like they're really, really declining by the game. By the game, it's done for them. They can't qualify directly. If they win their next 3 games, guys, they will only pick up a maximum. Wait, there's actually 6 teams in this group. So they actually still have. Wait, let me see. They played 5. So they end up playing 10 games. So they still have 5 games. So they still have a maximum of 15 points. They're not out completely, but I don't think they're gonna actually do this. They're not gonna do this. Greece, like the economy has gone down. Oh, okay. I haven't really been studying the. Oh yes, you're right. You're right. I'm just about to say I haven't been studying the economy of the European nations, but I could recall they had a crisis in Greece where they had to get a bailout the other day by the. Yeah. Thank you for reminding us, man. Thank you for reminding us. But not all the time does the economy, translate on the football field. It doesn't happen all the time. But guys, that wraps up all the games I had to talk about today. Guys, did we have fixtures on international friendlies today? Were there any international friendlies? International friendlies. I actually, Giga Karun, man, what's up? All the way from Slovenia. Giga Karun and I used to play a few FIFA, what you call it? FIFA 19, FIFA Ultimate Team. I used to whoop his ass as well. But anyways, guys, there were some international friendlies today. There were definitely some international friendlies. Let us talk about those international friendlies. All right. Look, I just realized, and I didn't notice, St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Belize played 2 international friendlies against each other. And these 2 countries are linked through the Garifuna people. Those were the local people that are native to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They're known as the Black Caribs. So I think the history between those 2 nations, the Black Caribs, were after they were conquered, they were taken from St. Vincent and they were shipped off to Belize. So they have this link. So those 2 nations played. The first match 1-1. Second game, Belize won 1-1 as 1-0. It was 2 away fixtures. So it seems like St. Vincent traveled to Belize to play those 2 games. Then UAE, they played Sri Lanka and they defeated them 5-1. Dominican Republic played against the UAE. Wow, interesting. These games happened in August. UAE defeated them 4-0. Jordan against Malaysia, 1-0 for Jordan. And that's the notable ones I want to talk about. So let us move forward and talk about the ones that happened today. International friendlies, guys. Japan 2, Paraguay 0. Who scored here? Yuyo Osako, who has been doing well in the Bundesliga, I think, for Werder Bremen. And Tukimo Minamino scored. I know all these players, so let's take a look at the Japanese lineup. Who's playing for Japan right now? Osako, Takumi Minamino, Nakajima, Ritsudoan, who just moved to PSV, I think. PSV bought him, I think, if I could recall. Yeah, I think so. Shibasaki, Sakai, Tomiyasu, Yoshida, Naga. They played a strong team against Paraguay. Remember, guys, Japan took part in the Copa America. They sent a second-string team, and they still did well. So Paraguay with guys like Derlis Gonzalez, Miguel Almiron, Antonio Sanabria. And that Sanabria guy has really fell off, though. He was supposed to be a big thing. So, Balbuena. So, Paraguay played a pretty strong team. They played a strong team. Angel Romero and his twin brother, so Oscar Romero is his twin brother and Angel Romero. But good stuff by Japan there. South Korea played Georgia to a 2-2 draw, guys. Wow, Georgia. Underestimating Georgia there. Oh. South Korea, how did the lineup look? Han Son played. Hwang Hee-chan played. Wow. Okay. So, guys, look out for Georgia. Saudi Arabia won, Mali won. Adama Traore with the goal in the 38th minute. Remember, guys, there's two Adama Traores that plays for Mali. I don't know if it's the one that is nicknamed Nos, the one who plays for Monaco, and I think he was sent on loan to another team. He was like a wonder kid in one of those youth World Cups back in the day. And Salim Al-Dawsari scored for Saudi Arabia. Salim Al-Dawsari, guys, in FIFA 16 was one of my favorite players. When I played career mode, I didn't have like a lot of money to start up with in career mode because I played with like weaker teams and then, went up, took them to Champions League glory. I always went to Saudi Arabia and picked up Al-Sharani and Salim Al-Dawsari because they were so fast and they had high potential. So that's a little story there, guys. It's really insane. Al-Dawsari, reminiscing back playing FIFA 16 that I still have on my game right now. I may have to just go back and play FIFA 16 because the career mode in FIFA 18 and 19 is so freaking annoying, man. The negotiations and delegating is so annoying. I just hate it. I hate it. I didn't play a lot of career mode for the last two FIFA games. But for FIFA 16 and 17, I really love those games. FIFA 19, man, it just makes me want to just destroy everything in this room when playing FIFA 19. Because the game is so freaking cheat. It is so like the scripting and all of that. It's so ridiculous. It frustrates you more than it entertains you. And then what I also realized when I play career mode, the controls are different in career mode. Things that I do in Ultimate Team, when I try to do the same thing in career mode, I'm like, what the hell? I kicked the ball way over. So, Okay, someone wants me to answer their question. Who is that person? Send me the question. Anyways, Montenegro 2, Hungary 1. That's another friendly that was played. I don't need to go too much into detail with that one. Northern Ireland 1, Luxembourg 0. Well, Northern Ireland, you should defeat Luxembourg. But Luxembourg, they only defeated them via an own goal. Luxembourg has improved. That's what I was about to say. So what is the question? Who's asking me the question? Anyways. He scored the goal to win me in a pack that had Messi in it in FIFA 15. Okay, cool. Okay, he said, you said Somalia, 0 talk about now, Somalia 1, Zimbabwe 0. Well, I already spoke about that. If you want me to touch on that again, Mr. Abdul Kader Mohammed, Somalia picked up, let me just say that was a fluke win they picked up. I'm just joking. But that was a good win for Somalia. That was a good win, and they played with heart throughout the game. Zimbabwe definitely underestimated Somalia. They played a weaker team. Just so you know that, if you go and you check back Zimbabwe, they didn't have Biliat Masuna and Novelas Makamba, amongst other players, and Somalia punished them. So, guys, best believe Mr. Let me get your name right, Mr. Abdul Kader Mohammed, or Mohammed Abdul Kader. You guys like to switch your names around. Say, hey, not me. That's not me. My name is not Abdul Kader Mohammed. I am Mohammed Abdul Kader. Or Kader Abdul Mohammed. Or Mohammed Kader Abdul. I'm just messing with you. But, yeah. Zimbabwe are going to come full strength, though. They're going to come full strength next time around. And Somalia, they can't get too swell-headed. They have to just take it one match at a time, go to Zimbabwe and play out their skins, to make it to the next round. Because when they go into the next round, that will guarantee that they play a lot more football against bigger teams and give themselves a chance. And Zimbabwe, they will be devastated on not making it though. But yes, Advenko, I think Zimbabwe will go through. Ultimately, that was my prediction. But I will be also happy for the Somalians if they go through. Definitely will be happy for the Somalians. What is the name of the Somalian football team? Is it called the Pirates? Anyways, let us move on. Ecuador 1, Peru 0. That was a South American friendly here today. South American friendly. Goal by Eric Castillo. Ecuador, not the best team, but, it's a good win. Should boost their confidence. Guys, also some news that I saw. The coach for not South, what am I saying? South. The coach of Costa Rica, his name is Matosas. Matosas. He actually stepped down from the as coach of Costa Rica. So that's a little bit of news for you guys right there. Yeah. I think he would have probably got sacked sooner rather than later. But who knows? He said, I think the football boring, they're just boring or something like that. So that's a little bit of news for you guys there. So there's still another friendly that will be played tonight, guys, at 10:30 between Chile and Argentina. This will be one to watch. Claudio Bravo is actually playing for Chile. So it will be Claudio Bravo. Well, they have a new team here. They have some new guys in this team. Eduardo Vargas and Alexis Sanchez is playing. Charles Aranguiz is playing. But there's a lot of new guys playing in the lineup there. But it's good to see Claudio Bravo back. For Argentina, guys, Paulo Dybala is starting. I think this is Joaquin Correa. Martinez. Lautaro Martinez up top. Rodrigo De Paul. Leandro Paredes. Giovanni Lo Celso. Then Tagliafico, Otamendi, Lisandro Martinez getting a start there. The man from Ajax. Montiel, I don't know this guy. And Marquesin in goal. I don't know that keeper either. Number 1, Armani is on the bench. Then there's, don't need to go through all of this, but no Lionel Messi. He's banned. I think, yeah, he's banned for dissent. But we have more international friendlies. I think I should actually save this, favorite this page. So tomorrow I could refer back to it. That's smart, right, guys? But we have Ivory Coast playing Benin, Tunisia, Mauritania, Morocco, Burkina Faso, Brazil playing Colombia tomorrow at 8:30. USA, Mexico, a big one at 8:30. I don't think I'm going to be watching that though. But anyway, I have things to do. I have a video to make. Costa Rica, Uruguay, Libya, Niger, South Africa, Madagascar, and it goes on and on and on. A lot of friendlies. So guys, what we learned today, guys, thank you, Jean-Marc St. Louis. Dominic is one of my favorite sports commentator who I listen to and watch. Congratulations, bravo, and a great job, buddy. Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it because you know what it is? My voice may sound good to you, or my videos may sound good to you, but to me, it's like hard. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you hear your own voice, you're like, oh my God, so cringy. You know what I mean? Especially my older videos, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better, and I know I sound good to you, but I don't sound good to me. if you understand what I'm saying. But yes, guys, thank you very much, guys, for all your support. All your support. But there's a lot of friendlies coming up. Argentina also plays Mexico. That will be a big one. Brazil play Peru again. Honduras, Chile. Colombia, Venezuela. Uruguay against the USA. Ecuador, Bolivia. Bahrain, Azerbaijan, Germany, Argentina. That's next month. I'm going way too ahead. So, guys, right now, our 30 minutes has gone. I'm going to put 10 minutes for a little bit of Q&A. 10 minutes Q&A. Don't forget, Haiti is playing in Saturday against Curacao. No, I haven't forgot. I will actually talk about that in the live stream. So if you guys want to hear what I talk about, just come watch the live streams. I will be streaming on 4G and not my Wi-Fi because I did run into a lot of problems at the beginning of the stream with the Wi-Fi. It kept bumping off and off and off and off. So guys, any questions for me before I go? Any questions? Damn, he said Somalia is not the one you know before. This is the new Somalia. Oh, ooh, ooh. That's what the Indians said. Indians said this is the new India. It's not the old India. We're coming. We're coming for you. We will be in Qatar. Coming. But anyways, it's good. It's good, man. It is good. I'm happy for Somalia with the win. And I know the Somalians have came on the video and they commented on the video. But they did not comment on the video before. But now that they have won, they're coming out of the shadows. Will there be a stream tomorrow? And yes, there will be a stream. And it will be around the same time because I have to wait until the European qualifying games are over so that I can come and actually, watch. I think you'd be great at commenting a match. You think so? I will have to go in character though. I think I will go in character. You know what I'm saying? So Raheem Sterling running down the left flanks. He got the ball from no, I won't be that good. I don't think I'll be that good. But I may be good, but the thing is, guys, you know what I always wanted to do? If I have someone to bounce off of, that's always nice. And I realized that with a lot of the guys who do YouTube from England, they have people at their side and they're bouncing, they're feeding off their energy. They can argue and they can go back and forth. So it makes things a lot more interesting, and then they could go off tangent and talk about a little topic and what. But I don't have that. I have to talk things by myself. And guys, I have this book here. If you guys don't have any questions for me, I have this book here that I've been thinking about trying to incorporate into my videos so you guys could learn a bit more about me. And it says 2,000 questions about me. And I don't know how to incorporate. Maybe I could incorporate it right now. So the question is, okay, thank you very much, Mr. St. Louis, man. I like the Nations League predictions which you did. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So it has questions here. 2,000 questions. And it's like, what do you think of the World Cup logo? I like it, but it kind of reminds me of one of those cancer awareness logos, like the breast cancer, that ribbon. It reminds me of that ribbon. Embarrassing questions now. So guys, the questions is like, the first question is, what is your idea of perfect happiness? And then there's a question like, what is your greatest fear? And what is the trait you most deplore in yourself? So if you guys want me to answer one of these questions, I will. And where can I buy this book? I actually bought this book at Five Below. I took the kids, my two daughters, to Five Below. Because guess what, guys? When they made that English Premier League prediction video, I actually had to pay them. I actually had to give them $20 each. So I had to give them $20 each. And they went to Five Below to get their $20 worth of stuff. And Advenko says he lived right next to a Five Below. So, and I saw this book and I had to pick it up. I also bought that heart-shaped glasses at Five Below. And I actually bought 4 things for them. A few things, $20 worth, and $20 worth each, and a few things for myself. And the girl told me the bill was like $100. And I had to say, like, listen, man, it is not $100. Do your math. Calculate it in your head. It's not right. And she's insisting that it's right. I'm like, how could it be $100 for these things? People are not very good at math. People are not very smart. Oh, here. But anyways, what is your perfect idea of okay, what is your idea of perfect happiness? I will answer that question right now. And Brian Hinojosa, I haven't really looked at the FIFA best nominees like in depth right now. I'll have to do a separate video for that or answer that question in another live stream, but that will take a very long time to answer. But my perfect my idea of perfect happiness. My idea of perfect happiness. Okay. Do you have a Facebook name for the show? What show? What show? I don't understand. But my perfect idea of happiness, my idea of perfect happiness. Oh man, this is hard. This is a hard question. But for me personally, they say money don't bring you happiness, but I would love to have like an unlimited amount of money. Like I would love to just be a billionaire. And like no one would actually know that I'm a billionaire. I don't want anyone to know that I'm a billionaire. But I want I want to be the only one to know that I'm a billionaire. So it's like I do things and I don't have to worry about money. So when I go to work, I actually don't have to do no overtime or I don't even have to work. But I would actually still want to do something to keep myself busy. So I would do some sort of work. Something. I would do something. Maybe I'll just have this YouTube channel still, and that would be my work. But I would want to have the money so I don't have to worry about money. I don't have to work too hard. And I don't have to I could travel to anywhere I want to, any country, every country I want to, and I could just have the best of everything, but not go crazy just because I have the money. You understand? Not like take a private jet. Maybe I'll just do first class. I'll just rent a vehicle, rent an apartment and just live and just see the world and just eat different types of food and just feel free. Don't have to be worrying about getting money. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, life without having to worry about money. So yeah, basically. And with that, you would actually live a good quality of life once you don't go on drugs and you don't partake in too much like risky activities. You live a very long, fruitful, and happy life. But money is not the root of happiness. It's not gonna make you happy. It could make you miserable. It could make you even more unhappy. But I'm just saying, I'm speaking for myself because I know I'm pretty okay with money. I'm pretty okay with money. I own my own house and everything. I paid off for my car already. And I live a comfortable life where I don't have to worry about, I don't live paycheck to paycheck. And I don't do YouTube for money either. I do YouTube because I actually fluked 10,000 views on my first ever YouTube video on this channel. And I said, I have to continue. I have to continue doing this. And this is how I'm still here actually making these videos. And whenever I do something, I just want to do it to the best of my ability. And I actually just want to be the best at what I do. It's not a competition. I'm not in a competition, but I just want to continue to get better and better and better. You know what I'm saying? And that's what has kept me going. Because sometimes, guys, a lot of things frustrate me. Like, before, I'm like, I can't get my audio right. I'm like, now when I get my audio a little better, I'm like, I still want my audio to sound like crispy. But then I have to remember, like, this is not a TV show. This is not a freaking, high profile production and all of that. This is not a lot of money going into this thing. So I just have to chill. You know what I'm saying? I have decent equipment that I invested in. I have good lighting and everything. I put the time into it. So I just have to just learn to just chill and just take my time and, and just grow. Don't do it for free because you need money to buy the devices for the channel. Yes, but the thing is, the channel takes care of itself. through the AdSense revenue, and I'm working on things in the future to bring money to the channel, but the channel is doing well enough to take care of itself. I'm not doing the channel to take care of me, but it will be nice to have like a little more money to say, okay, it's worthwhile. For example, so like my wife now, she'll be like, oh yes, okay, so it's fine. It's really, really great that you're doing this because this is bringing in such and such amount of money to take care of that and that and that and those bills over there. But right now, I'm not really doing it for that. And you have to think about it like that because if you do it for that, it could depress you. It could depress you because believe me, the AdSense revenue, it's depressing. You know what I'm saying? It is depressing. Like you could do a video and it could get 30,000 views and it's according to where the views are, what country, and you'll only get $25, you know? And you'll be thinking like, oh man, you should make FIFA videos. You can't make FIFA videos and make money because the game is already too saturated. So it's only the big ones that make money. And lately I noticed some of the even bigger gaming channels. Like I look at channels from time to time and I'm like, whoa, your numbers are low. Like, oh man, this is not good. So when you depend on money, when you do things for money, that's what happens. That is exactly what happens. But for example, guys, the channel it has like expenses. The expenses for the channel would be like the little sports packages I take out on ESPN and like the cable package and stuff like that. Those things has to be covered. Like Adobe Photoshop. Like I actually pay for Photoshop to actually have the real program to download fonts, and I had a jailbroken one, but it didn't give me all the features. So all the thumbnails you see that I make them myself. I've been getting a lot better at that, and it's because I invested, and I keep invested. Look at this chair, guys. Look at this sweet chair that I have here. I paid $300 for this chair because I wanted a nice chair and not $100 chair. And it was money made from the tournaments that I covered during the summer. Bam! I bought a chair, and the rest it's in the bank. So I I probably made back the money that I invested in the channel already. You know, so I'm in the green right now. I'm in the plus. So the channel takes care of itself. You should do it on Facebook too. The thing about doing it on multiple platforms, it's like it's too much work, man. I have things to do. I can't do it here and do it on you know. So and the thing with Facebook too, it's like I don't really want to get too many people that I know involved in what I'm doing. Like, oh yeah, I so I don't really do it on Facebook. I like it on YouTube. The furthest I'll go is maybe get my own website. But yeah, so happiness. A lot of things, you have to do to keep yourself happy. And doing YouTube for money isn't one of them, because you won't be happy, believe me. A lot of YouTubers probably depressed just because they're not making enough money or the money they think they should make. So guys, that brings it to the end of the live stream, man. We'll talk tomorrow. I'll answer another question. I'll talk about another thing. And we'll go off tangent as well. We could talk about anything on here. Remember that. You could ask me whatever you want, and we will catch up and, we'll talk about a lot of stuff. But Advenco, thank you, man. Jean-Marc St. Louis, thank you for joining the live stream. Brian Hinojosa, my boy Ryan LFC, join up in the live stream. Everyone in here right now. Dank Fest. Who else is in here? Giga Karun says it's 4:30 or 4:45 a.m. right now in Slovenia, and he's watching my video. Appreciate it. Everyone in here, man. Abdul Kader Mohammed, thank you very much. Mr. Fighter, thank you very much, man. Meister, thank you, man. If you're in here and you're not saying goodbye, just say goodbye. Just say, see you tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll catch up. I'll probably watch one or two games as well. But I have a lot of things to do tomorrow, though. I have to take my son to the doctor, have to pick up my daughter from school. There's a lot of things to do tomorrow. So guys, remember, I also have a life. I have a job. I have a wife as well. I have 3 kids. So I have a whole house to take care of. I actually cut the lawn today. You know what I'm saying? So I have a full thing going on here. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate the work I put in. And I know a lot of you guys do. So guys, until tomorrow, from the boy Dominic Rich. Peace out. Rich.